Well, this is another of my grumpy old man type of things. A lot of things kind of irritate me. I guess they do other people, but I ain't got nothing better to do than complain. Well, this time I'm talking about these people that get on death row and are there for 30 years. Or they're not even 30, but sometimes less than that. And I know they got to have some appeals because we don't want nobody being executed if they didn't deserve it. That's for sure. But the thing is, they drag us out. Why does it take so long for these appeals? I can't understand that. If they're pretty well proven guilty to begin with, that's the first thing out of the hat. And then you get all these lawyers, of course, they can string out more money. I don't know where these criminals get the money to pay them for with it. A lot of it's the public defenders. And I imagine their jobs their workload is probably pretty great anyway. But why can't they, if they're going to appeal, make it quicker? Don't drag it out like I watch these on YouTube every once in a while. These guys are on death row for 30 years, 40 years. And they say, then they get down to the point of saying, well, maybe he wasn't in his right mind when he did that. Well, right mind or not, if he kills somebody, they're dead. They're not in any kind of mind right now. So I don't feel sorry for them people. I really don't. If they're proven guilty, nobody wants to kill somebody, unless it's an absolute necessity. And if somebody's a repeat offender, like some of these, they got him in jail for something. I watched one today, the guy that had him in jail. This had been back in the 80s when this happened. They had him in jail and everything, and they let him out on work, well, what do they call it? I don't know, it's kind of a trustee type thing, I guess. Anyway, he was cleaning up, working like that, and they let him out 2 or 3 days. He goes out and I guess got in a dispute with his ex-girlfriend or whatever it was. Come back and shot her and the 2 little girls. And that was absolutely ridiculous that he even was allowed to come out. Because he was already in there for killing somebody. Why would he even have such a small... Well, maybe he didn't kill a person, maybe he shot them, I think that's what it was. But nonetheless, that's an indication that he's not really an upstanding young man. But anyway, then they go through all these procedures. Now they finally got to be in his 60s, when he was like in his 20s then. Or maybe, I don't know, somewhere in the neighborhood of 30. Anyway, it was back 30 years later. Now then they're saying, well, he's probably not in the right mind to be executed, but he don't know what he's doing it for. Well, what is the deal? He killed somebody. I don't care if he knows why he's being killed, why he's being executed. Just get it done, because the family of the women, the girls and the mom that got killed, those people are suffering, have been for all these years. And some people say, well, just put them in jail for the rest of their life. Well, if they would do that, and a lot of people say, well, it costs so much for the state. Well, they're going to spend the money anyway, so whatever. But then a lot of times they'll let them out anyway. They say, well, just without parole. But then sure enough, 20 years later, they're out. I don't think they forgot their old ways. Some say, well, I got religion. Maybe did, maybe didn't. Anyway, the point is, to me, that this business of dragging on these appeals for someone, what is the point of that? Can't the lawyers figure out something? I know they're busy. Can't they get busy and get with the program there and get these appeals out of the way, go ahead and look over any new evidence, if there is any, which they're usually not, and see if they can get something sorted out right away, and then still leaving us hanging for so long. And then, of course, if you do feel anything about the guy who's killed somebody, I guess in his mind, well, he's worried about being put to death. Where some trying to bring to realize it. And then again, like I say, they got fairly well. This might be too painful for him to get the shots, because this one guy had one defibrillators in there, and it might make it hurt. Well, what about them people he killed? Let's don't forget them. That's the ones that really the thing here. I don't know why the girl kept taking him back. It was her, I guess, boyfriend or something, but. Well, people do that. So they go, well, I really love him, but then he's kind of mean at times. Well, maybe he'll get better. Well, they don't. If they got a mean streak, they're probably going to keep it. That's the way it is. Like in my own case, I don't kill people. I don't hurt nobody. But my wife, she said, why can't you do some change on that? Why don't you wear better clothes all the time? Well, I ain't going to. That's like some criminals, they ain't going to change their ways. Once you get set in your ways, there. There's some people have rehabilitated. I know that's probably true. The thing is, with these, that's my big gripe about this business of the judicial system like that. And another thing too, a lot of the time the police will track the guy down, several hours of work, take him to court, assign the get his paperwork filled out, this guy's back on the street again. Because of stupid little technicalities, which I guess we gotta have them, but it seems to me like that, there ought to be some kind of stable situation here. Over a period of time, you've been a habitual criminal, then don't let them back out again. Not so quick anyway. I mean, I know everybody's got a chance to change if they would. We got this frog down here. I'll see if we can get him out. Anyway, that's about all I got to say. I know it's kind of a short little video, and I'm doing these little short ones here lately. I don't want to call them shorts because I don't like to watch shorts on videos anyways. There's nothing to it. It's a 30-second deal and they're gone. They just get started and then it's over. But anyway, that's a different subject entirely. But anyway, there again, I don't know if anybody's got any very different opinions on it. I know some people don't believe in the death sentence at all. They, the poor guy, he didn't know what he was doing. Boo-hoo, well, too bad. If he kills somebody, that's too bad too. We had a case here right here locally where this girl, I don't know what she got mad at her stepdad for. They were fighting one night, and then the next morning she come back and shot him. Well, before he died, he told the deputy exactly who did it. Now, she is in jail, but I don't think she's been there too long. I mean, to me, if you kill somebody, maybe it'll be a long, long time. Or maybe forever, or be executed one too. Anyway, I guess that's my grumpy old man thing for today. And I've got several other things I'm complaining about. If anybody don't like watching this, I mean, obviously you're not compelled to. I'm not begging anybody to watch it. I mean, if you feel the same as I do, that's fine. If you don't, and you can certainly comment if you want, if you wish. Either way, if you want to, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever you think, whatever's fair to you. All right, well, this is going to be enough of this. This is running up close to 7 minutes. That's probably good enough. I don't like these things drag on and on and on because other people they got other people to watch besides just me. So y'all take care. Talk to you later.